Hi, my name is Rabbi Yosef Tropper, and I thank you so much for joining. This is Parshas for A, and the title is Float or Swim. And the purpose of this segment is to give a short and thought-provoking idea on the Parsha. This week's Parsha, we're told about the kosher animals that we're allowed to eat and the non-kosher animals that we stay away from. And when the Torah lists off the fish, so all it says is two things. And that is that any fish that has snapir, v'kas fins, and scales is kosher, and we're allowed to eat it. And I saw a very interesting thought that I'd like to share. First, we're going to take a tangent, and then we'll come back to that exact pasuk that is located in Devarim Yud Daled pasuk Tes. Snapir v'kas keshes. The Gemara in Kedushin, Chav Tes Amud Aleph, tells us that a father is responsible to teach us on Torah, and it goes through a list of all different things that a father must do. And the last opinion says that Yesh Omrim, some say that he has to teach him la'ashito b'mayim, which the simple understanding is how to swim. A father must teach his son how to swim. And a lot of the Mefarshim explain that whereas, of course, there is a physical responsibility for parents to teach their child how to swim, and as the summer draws to an end, that's an important thing to keep in mind, that swimming lessons are still possible, and recommended as well. It's a very healthy thing for everyone to know how to swim. And the Mefarshim explain that what this means is that in life, we sometimes have challenges, and sometimes people feel like they are going underneath the water and drowning. And knowing how to swim means teaching your child to have skills to be able to keep his head above the water and not to get pulled into the challenges, or not to get pulled into the workplace and forget about the self-identity and spirituality. So, la'ashito b'mayim means to be able to keep their head above the water of life and the challenges. And I saw a very interesting shot from Rabbi Yosef Shalom Al-Yashiv, Zecher Tzadik L'Bracha, that he explains that if you throw a log into the water, so it floats. Does it have direction? No. But it doesn't go under. That's not called swimming. That's just simply called floating. In the secular world, we have a phrase that they use, and that is they say, is it floating or sinking? And those are two options. But really, there's more than that. It's not a matter of whether something goes under or not. Is it sinking or is it just floating? There's swimming, which is to propel yourself forward. And that's the goal here, to be able to propel yourself with direction. And Rabbi Yashiv explains that Chazal compare us, and the pasuk compares us, v'yid gularov, Klal Yisrael are compared to the fish, and the fish have to have two things. They have to have fins and scales. The fins that we mentioned help propel you and help move you forward. So that is that a person has to be able to move forward in life. And the kashkeshes, the scales, beautify and protect the fish. And that, he says, refers to the Torah and mitzvos. So the education that we try to instill in our children and in ourselves is to be like the fish, literally. To have the fins to be able to propel forward in life and move forward in life, and to have the scales, which are the Torah and the mitzvos, that are megan and matzil, that protect and beautify us as well. I thank you so much for listening. For questions, comments, or sponsorships, please contact me. Thank you.